So this right here is my favorite water bottle ever. There's a little dragon for my kiddo, and these are sweet pea flowers for a little sweet pea. It's my favorite. And of course I've got my pretty tumbler right here. I feel like I've been having trouble staying hydrated at the beginning of the year. I don't know. I go through times where like I'm really, really good about staying hydrated. And then like I'll go through a time where like I'm really bad about staying hydrated. Like especially drinking water. I struggle with drinking water. I like soda and juice and tea and all that good stuff. But I struggle with water, so I have to, hopefully, I can actually keep drinking water better this year. Anyway, hi guys. Welcome back to Makeup Looks and Books. I don't know how I feel about this look today. It's a look. I'll show you. And it, honestly, it did what I wanted it to do. It's not a look that I would wear all the time. And honestly, I just remembered, I think I have an errand to run today. And I'm not sure I want to. And will I go out in public like this? Probably. It's definitely a little more than I usually do when I go out in public, but it's too much trouble to change it. Anyway, so let's get on. So I will be talking about Jennifer Murdley's Toad by Bruce Coville. And this is the title. This is an oldie, you guys. And always I own nothing. All rights belong to him. This is an oldie, you guys. This was actually published in 1993. And I remember reading this book as a kid. I loved this book as a kid. The book that can you please wait for a second? Hold on, I'm working on it. And honestly, you're welcome. The book that I have on my Kindle has a different cover. That's what I was looking for. Then I remembered, because that's the cover that I remember. But the one that I found on Kindle had a different cover. Anyway, so the reason that I came upon this story was, honestly, I had forgotten about this story. But I was reading a book that had something in it that reminded me of this book that I read when I was a kid. And I really liked it. I did not remember the name of the book at first. So I Googled books about pet shops, about magic pet shops. There are quite a few newer books about those now. I didn't realize that, but finally I found it, and I was like, that's the one. I also didn't realize that this was part of a series, so I might have to look up those books. But it's a good one, guys. I loved this book as a kid, and reading it as an adult, I really wanted to see if it held up, and honestly, it did. Like, I really like it. Still, it's about a girl named Jennifer Murdley. And Jennifer Murdley is not pretty. That's like the first thing you learn about her. She's not pretty. And one day, and she's running down the street one day because that day at school, she had to wear her brother's underwear for underwear because all her underwear were in the washing. And she told her best friend, who told another girl, who told the whole school. And then after school, they caught her again, and they were teasing her, and so she starts running, and she ends up in a magic supply shop that she's never seen before. Like, she thought she knew all the streets where she lives in Smoky Hollow, but she's never seen this shop before. And she meets the proprietor, Mr. Leaves, and he tells her that, and most of the toads are like $100, and she's looking around, and she has to write a paper for school about her favorite pet, but she doesn't have a pet, so she sees like toads and bats, and there's an owl and lizards, stuff like that in the shop, and so she wonders about, like, maybe getting a toad, but they're all $100, which is a little bit. Oh, and by the way, Jennifer is only in 5th grade. but she wonders about getting a toad. But like all the toads are $100. And then he tells her that he does have one he can let her have for lower, 75 cents, which that is a big difference. So she's like, okay. So he gives her the toad and a piece of paper, and tells her to go out the side door because it'll take her home faster. So she goes out the side door and finds herself like on her street, and she's like, that was so weird. And she says something out loud, and the toad's like, and she hears a voice saying, you're telling me. Turns out the toad can talk. And this understandably freaks her out for a little bit. And so it's about Jennifer's adventures with this toad. And they do have some adventures. It's a fairly easy read. It's a quick read, but it's such a good book. Honestly, I am impressed by this 5th grader. Like, I feel like there are not a lot of 5th graders who would handle like everything that's thrown at her the way she would. Because you're what, 10, 11 in 5th grade, I think. But just like her maturity is really impressive to me. And and also like there's the theme of beauty is not everything. And I love that. And that, being a good person, having substance is more important than being beautiful, which I appreciate that message. I think that is a good message. Oh, and I found a cat. This is Jerry. He's purring. I don't know if you can hear, but he's got a good little motor going. He's a bigger boy cat. Who thinks he wants to live outside, which doesn't work. But yeah, it is a really good book. There's also a cat in this book, just for a brief moment. But yeah, I really like this book. It's a good, quick, fun little read. So let me know if you guys have read it, or if you give it a try. As always, thank you so much for watching. And I thank you for the subscriptions, likes, comments. I appreciate them all more than you know. I guess I can't get over this look. I don't know how I feel about it. It's something. Anyway, I think that's all I got for today. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.